Spiky Bits. Make sure you stay in the trenches. Help keep our channel ad-free by becoming a supporter over on Patreon and also scoring yourself some free miniature swag in the process. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Check out our site, spikybits.com, for all the hot hobby tutorials, news, rumors on all your favorite hobby topics. And head on over to thelongwar.net. That's the home of the battle reports for exclusive content, early access videos, and more. Become a veteran of the Long War today. What's up, Hobby Maniacs? Rob Bear here today with a look at the fantastic new White Dwarf. This is issue 116, and hey, they got the new Knights in here. I mean, who doesn't want a good deal? 2 Knights for like $200. I don't even care if it comes with the game. I want 2 Knights for $200. It's such a good deal. I don't even know what to say. So it's really happening. This is for realsy, for real, not play. So you can check out from the contents here. You got the new releases, which there's actually some surprise stuff in here, which I definitely going to talk a little bit about as well. A great paint splatter this issue because they show you how to paint up the Knights, which we hadn't seen some of these alternate colors before, so I feel like this one's pretty dope just because of that. And then they're talking about the missions and things. Oh, there's also a Battle for Calth mission in here. If you bought the box set back in November, there's a new mission, so I think this will be like, I don't even know, mission 8? I can't keep track. There was one where you get demons, and now this one, I actually didn't even look at it, because I was like, there's so much other stuff to talk about. And then it goes into the teaser, which we'll get to here as well. So here it is, the new Imperial Knight Renegade box set. So it's a game. It comes with the Sanctum Imperialis little thing, 2 Knights, $200 or 195 US. And it's basically based off of the game that came out for the Storm Surge, where you could basically do a little Knight Titan battle, which you might remember these little quick reference cards here. That was how you battled with, you know, your Storm Surge against the Knight Titan. So they kind of took the existing game and kind of ported it over and put a little background and made, you know, basically reselling this the same stuff over again. But you know what? I don't even feel bad about it, because Games Workshop, quite honestly, kind of fucked over a lot of people when they literally a year later put out a new codex and put out a new Knight with a new sprue. So I kind of feel like they're doing us right now, because nearly 2 years to almost the same month that they came out with the Knight Titan, the original one, they're giving us this sweet deal on this. So I'm kind of feeling it, but I'm like, man, this is such a good deal. But you know what? We deserve this good deal. Don't get it twisted. This is ours. Take it. So $200. These normally go for, I think, like $165 each, plus like the $40 that this thing is. It's a solid deal. And they also indicate in here, in this little blurb right here, that it does come with a data sheet to play the Renegade Knight in games of 40k. You can take them as Chaos Demons or Chaos Space Marines as well. So that's going to be pretty cool to see, because if you can mark these things, there's definitely some shenanigans you can do moving forward. So there's a little printout of the game, some of the rulebook things, and then you got it says it comes with these 2 quick reference little hit card things, so you can kind of mark them as you go when you're playing. Now, I like the Betrayal at Calth because you can play it in like 30 minutes to an hour. It was kind of like a quickie game. So if this is like another quickie game you can play with like your big robots, I mean, let's be honest, it's basically them trying to be Mech Warrior or Battletech, whichever, you know, you want to say it is, with big ass, you know, 28mm scale, you know, Titans. But I think it's dope. I think it's a neat thing. You know, you can play it during your lunch break with some friends, you know, go up to the GW store and knock it out. Now, the other cool releases for this week is the GW Art case, which is basically a Pelican case. If you're not familiar with that, just Google it. If you're military, I know you're familiar with it. But this is basically a pressure-controlled case, so hopefully your stuff doesn't like burninate if you leave it in the sun. It'll relieve the pressure. It's actually, you know, basically a pistol case, so don't leave it sitting in your car in plain sight, because people might break into your car and think it's actually has guns in it, which, search the internet, you'll see it. There's videos on it. So this is a pretty cool deal. I mean, I'm not sure on the price point, but what I'm more worried about, or I guess more curious about, is if this is the same size as Battle Foam, because remember, Battle Foam made this foam inserts that would fit into their new Black Label case, which is about the same size, which is really interesting to see how that one pans out, because we all know somebody likes to run around and sue people when he thinks he can get away with it, and Games Workshop doing basically the same exact product that somebody else came out with very recently for his Black Label case. I don't know what to say. It's an interesting thing. We're going to see how it plays out, but I just wanted to throw it out there. Go look at Battle Foam's case, and then look at this case, and compare and contrast as necessary. What I really like too is this new build and paint set, which is pretty dope value. For $33, you get these little halvesy pots of paint, which are great for starters, don't get me wrong. You get clippers, you get glue, you get pretty much everything you need to start putting models together, which they indicate here, you know, for Warhammer, or for Age of Sigmar and 40K. So maybe this will be one of the things that they put into the big box stores, you know, like the Walmarts and things like that, so you can get everything you need to paint and to play and to actually hobby before you actually get on the tabletops and play. So we know that you know, that's coming out in the third quarter, and we'll see all the, you know, the Battle for McCrag kind of reprint kind of stuff, the snap fit, I guess they call it, or push fit rather, start coming into play, and we might see this influx of new players towards the end of the year, hopefully. And then there's a new Beast Arises book as well. And then they go into a preview about the Total War Warhammer game, which, as my buddy Monty G likes to say, digitized fantasy. Let's be honest, it really is, but it looks so dope. I'm definitely going to play it. And then they go into how to play the game. There's a Betrayal at Calth special pullout section mission you can play. More on the game there. And then here's the paint splatter I was talking about, and they have all of the stuff on how to do that great alternate gray scheme and some other details and things like that. And then it showcases some of the Knight Titans from readers. But what we really want to talk about now is what's coming next week, which looks to be a teaser of some sort of orc release, the way it's written, right? I wouldn't think any Imperial person would speak in High Gothic like that. So it looks to be an orc release. We might see some orcs next week. Might be the Oruk release that we saw some pictures for that accidentally got revealed on Games Workshop's site last week. So who knows? Sky's the limit. We heard they were coming, so it's not too much of a surprise, and they're pretty dope looking. You can definitely convert those guys over to be 40K models if you so desire. So that's it for this one. I mean, short and quick, but hey, there's a ton of cool stuff going on in here for the upcoming weeks, and who doesn't want a good deal on some of the most expensive models out there, the Knight Titans.
Deleted scenes, bonus content, and all the interviews and post-game wrap-up videos can be located in the Hall of Veterans on thelongwar.net. Visit thelongwar.net today and try a week completely free with no strings attached. That's not all. Thelongwar.net is also your hobby resource for exclusive early access with an ad-free experience to all your favorite videos. Members of the Hall of Veterans gain early exclusive access to multiple hobby videos.